Right guys, I'm back with another one, and today I'm going to be talking about how I mark up levels, using the volume profile with the levels, like how I mark up the monthly, the weekly, the daily, the 4 hourly levels, and then taking trades from them areas to see where we could potentially be going. So yeah, let's get straight into it, guys. So at the minute I'm on a coin called SKL, and what I'll do is I'll start from the bottom and work my way up into these areas. So what I'll do is, you can see this clearly is the bottom, it's the value area low on the main volume profile as well. So Alt and H, I'll mark that level out there, and then what I'll do is, because I've got these saved, and then I've got certain templates that I'm going to be using. It's a monthly template, so that's a monthly level, so that's support right there. So then what I'll do is I'll clone that level. I can clearly see here it's interacted with this level several times, so I'll mark that level out as well now. Right, so then I've got another level here on the monthly around there. This is the bodies that I'm marking them out with, so I'll clone that again, I'll pop that in. So that's another level of interest for me. So there's another one there, there's also another one there. So what I'll do is I'll do the most recent one that we've got. So if I look here at this level here, which was a support level previously, let me clone that, I'll pop that in there. So it's interacted with that level, so that's another level of interest what I'm looking at. And then we've got another one here, so I'll clone that again, pop that in there. And then that's another level of interest what I'm looking at. What other levels have we got here? Here's another one there, clone that, lift this up to that area there. It's another level that's been interacted with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Could be another one, but it's only interacted with it a few times, so I wouldn't mark that one out. And then my main level of interest, what we can clearly see is there, marking it out with the bodies. So they're my monthly levels of interest. I'll create a folder, monthly level, drag these into the folder, not that one. I'll lock these levels and then I'll hide them for now. So then if you zoom in slightly, and then I want to look at these monthly levels, I can see where these have interacted previously. So I'll then go down to the lower time frame now to mark some more levels. So then I'll go to the weekly. So the weekly, we've got a clear level there that's been interacted several times, which was a prior support, resistance, support, support. Excuse me. So that's another level there that we're looking at. Also on the weekly, we've got money flowing in. I'll talk about this after. So that's another level what we've marked off there. We've got another clear area here, which is near the value area high. I'll then clone this. 1 second. First what I'll do is I'll use my template for the weekly levels. So I keep them different colours so I can see which is which. Clone. We've got another clear level here. It's been interacted with several times over. So that's another level that I've marked off as a potential short or long. So I can see another level here that's been interacted with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, several times over. So now I'll clone that. I'll bring this up. Where was it? This level here, is it? I'm trying to see. This level here. Another level of interest. This one here. Probably wouldn't mark that out. I'd wait for my next level. Let me have a little look at it from this area. Not really. What about this one here? These are subjective to you, but all you've got to do is you're looking at how many times a level has been interacted with. So here, I could see that it had been interacted with many times and again there. So I'll mark that level out. It's another weekly tap, so I call it a weekly tap. Right. So we've got another one here. Clone that. Another weekly tapped area. Been interacted with many, many times. So, what about this one here? It has been interacted with many, many times. So, clone that. Have a look. Where were we? Here. That needs moving into my monthly levels. So that's all you've got to do. Just move them over, lock them in. Pretty simple, really. Easy to explain. And yeah, it looks like a bit of a mess at the minute, but it's not. Because what I'm going to show you is you can tidy this up fairly quick. So we've got another level here. It's been interacted with many, many times. We're going to mark that area again as a level of interest. Oh. Right, so we've got another one there. Clone. Pretty simple to do. One there. Clone. And one there. Like I say, most of these are subjected to you. And then all we'll do is weekly level. Move all these into the weekly level zone. What's this one? Oh, that one as well. We'll lock them in. We'll hide them for now. And that's easy. It's so easy how you can clean up your chart like that. It's so easy. So you're looking at is where they've been interacted with before. Support, resistance, things like that. So you know, like I've got that. They're dailies. Monthly, weekly. So weekly. Support, resistance. Pretty easy to see when the support and they turn into a resistance level. It's probably one of the most simplest things you can do on these charts. So then I'll drop into the daily. Let's have a little look at the daily. Let's get rid of that a minute. So on the daily, I've already got a few marked out on the daily. So I had this area marked out on the daily. It's the reason why I've took a little short here to play this range. Same here. You know, you had a test. What's previous support here? Turning into resistance. Previous support here. Turning into a resistance. Fairly easy to do. So we've got another one here. Lovely level that's been interacted with many times. Clone that. I need to unlock it first. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? So this level here, we've got another level there as well that was prior support, then turned into a resistance. Clone again. Another area here, prior support, turning into a resistance zone. What about this one here? And all you're gonna really be doing is you're going through your chart and you're looking at these major levels that have been used previously as support and a resistance level. Anything in between these areas, do not touch. This is noise. And you're involved in that noise. And that ain't going to end well for you. I can guarantee you it's not going to end well for you. Especially if you're a new trader and you think, oh yeah, trading. I'm going to make a lot of money trading. And then you end up not making any money at all. Because, you know, you're wanting to be something that you're not. How about you just trade the way you can trade? So that's another daily level. So all these areas now are marked out. I'll lock them in. I'll close them off. And then I'm going to look at recent price action. So I'm going to pull my daily levels up. And I can see that this area here was a support area. Turned into a resistance area. Possible resistance area again. So then what I'll do is I'll drop down into the 4 hour and I'll have a little look. How is this coin reacting at this level at the minute? To me, it looks like it's getting rejected. You can see that. So then what I'll also do is I'll pull up my volume profile. So we've got this range here that we've created. So I'll get my volume profile. I'll go from that area to the bottom of this zone. pull it across, mark it out to there. Can clearly see in this area it's been reacting the way it's been reacting. Not a lot of volume up inside that area there. So then we've got this little consolidation happening here on the 4 hour. So I'll get my volume profile again, and I'll have a little look at what's actually going on in this area. As we can see, that was the value area high. We rejected. This is the point of control, which we're looking like we're rejecting at the minute. Also lines up with my daily level of interest. So the main point, the main volume profile here, we are trading above the value area high. So all I'm going to be looking for is this to come back to this range, into this range, which we're inside the value area at the minute. And generally what you'll see inside the value area will fill the value area, probably deviate out. If we come back into here, you've got a potential of coming back down into these areas. I'm not saying we are gonna, but there's a potential that we are gonna. You can make your trading so much easier by doing this. So you had that range, you had this range here. In this range here, as it's come back down, it's tested the value area low, it's then come back up above the value area high, it's come back in, it's not tested the point of control. But we got this here, which is a blue dot, saying that money was flowing back into this coin around here. At the minute, we could see that money is starting to flow out of this coin. This is why I've just took a little short to play it back down into the bottom of the range. If it don't work, it don't work. But then what I'll do is I'll go down into the 15-minute and I'll be looking at the reaction. So I waited for a close below this area. I didn't short here. I had no reason to short there. Nothing was telling me to short there. So I waited for this. A significant close below that area, a retest up into here, and then you take your short. And that's what I've done. So I'm playing this range. I'm looking to come back to this point here, which is the value area low, and back to the range low before we can potentially move off again. The only reason I'm thinking that we could potentially be moving off again is because we're trading outside the value area, which is here. This is the value area from there to there. That's your point of control. To come back and test this value area high. Or we deviate below the value area, we come sideways for a while, and then back up above and fire again. So then what I will do again is, I'm on the 4 hour, I'll go into the daily a minute. Let me just move my daily levels for 1 second. So we can see this big consolidation up here in this area. So I'll get another volume profile over to this area, to the top of it, and have a little look. Where is this potentially heading if we can sit above this value area high? You're potentially heading towards this area here. So if I'm looking here, we have fallen back inside the value area at the minute. if we get outside the value area and hold like this, we're going to accumulate again. I'm going to get another volume profile, and whilst we're accumulating, I can see that level as the next big volume area. So if we look in here and we do this and then start to create that, I'll look to go long for that move. So in that side, that consolidation, I'll be looking for a long. I'll put my stop below that, and I'll be looking to play that point of control there, which is a 1 to 2, which isn't a bad risk to reward. That's what I'm going to be looking at on these coins. So if I get my, when I find it, daily levels back up, you can clearly see that area there then will act as a support, and then we can fire up into these other levels of interest. And that's how easy it is, and that's how I look at a lot of these. Like I say, I use the volume profile, these fair value gaps that you can be using inside these areas as well. So if we create this range like we're looking like we are going to do, and we do something like that, that's your long. Let me just get rid of that. So that will be your long. If we deviate back inside this area, like we are doing at the minute, and start to do this, you know, we've got a potential of coming back to the point of control, which is here. So that's going to be a potential another big move back to the point of control. You need to see the reaction of these coins and how they're moving. And if we are going to come back to the point of control, are we going to get dragged back into this zone, down into here? We'll keep an eye on that. Let me just remove them drawings a second. So that's basically how I'm looking at these coins. And then we've got like Pendle, same sort of thing. It wouldn't be me if I didn't do a drawing, random drawing. Same sort of thing. I was looking at Pendle before, and I was looking at long it from here. Hopefully it held. I had my stop loss below 4.7. I think it was around there. A lot of people probably panicked when it came down into there. But if you'd just held it a little bit longer, you'd have been okay. Pendle, somewhat very, very similar. I've got my daily levels. I've got my weekly levels. I've got my monthly levels. You know, like I say, I'll start on the higher time frame. I'll start here. Have a little look how we're reacting at these areas. I'll bring my levels up. See how we're getting rejected off this monthly level at the minute. So I'd be very careful at the minute with Pendle. If you want to close your trade on Pendle that I did tell you about, you're more than welcome to. Got another weekly level here. If we can close above this weekly level, you know, we're potentially coming up into these levels here. And then we've got the daily levels. We're closing above that daily level. Possibly coming back into there. So I've also got another one that I longed, Render. I love Render. I think it's a great coin, Render. So they're my weekly levels on Render. At the minute we're getting rejected off the value area high. You know, this is why my stop's here in Render. If we do get rejected, then, you know, we've got the potential of coming back down into this area, we want to hold this value area high and get above this value area high and then start to fire off. So, you know, if you're not in a long and you want to wait for a long, let it come up above here, let it move along, and then hopefully we get a nice little fire off like that. That's what I'll be looking for. So if we get the daily levels up, you know, I want to hold this level really. I don't want to deviate back below the level and start to do this. We want to hold this level. This is a really important level that I'm looking at the minute. Weekly level lines up with it exactly the same. We've also got the value area high there. So we want to be holding above this area really for a long-term long. This is what I'm looking for. Monthly levels, if we can hold this monthly level, you see how most of these levels are lining up. We want to hold this level and then fire off. Sushi, I surprised a few of them with sushi earlier. I took sushi, got a weekly level here, it's been tapped. You know, oh, random drawing, that's me. You know, I'm aiming in sushi. It's a big trade what I'm aiming for. At the minute, we're trading at the value area low. We're at the point of control at the minute. If we can get above this point of control, and start doing this, we're probably going to see a bit of resistance here. But if we can fire out and hold, we're going to get a bit of resistance there as well. And we can fire out of there. This could be an absolutely banger of a trade. It really could be. Money's flowing in. The weekly, money's coming back in to this coin here. As you can clearly see, this is what we want to see. We want to hold these levels and then go for the higher levels. Most coins I think are doing somewhat pretty similar. So if we're having a look at ICP, and you can clearly see ICP, if we can hold this level on ICP, let me just go into ICP. And you know, I ain't even sorted out my ICP. I need to sort all this out. But if we can hold this level for ICP, you know, there's a great area of interest there. If we can hold that level and get up above this value area, we could see some big numbers in ICP. And we're coming out of the downtrend at the minute. So let's hope we can see some big numbers in ICP. Weekly, money is still flowing and money started to flow back inside this coin. Daily, see the money flows deviating between, but we are holding this level at the minute. I'm expecting something to go on soon with ICP, and we're going to get a fire out, possible deviation back in, and then that's what I'm looking at in ICP. So keep your eye out on these. So that's all I wanted to do today. I just wanted to show you how easy it can be if you're new to trading, just marking out these levels of interest and looking at what the coin's actually doing and thinking, you know, is it a good time to long? Is it a good time to short? Have we fallen back inside it? Are we holding it? That's what you want to look at. The noise in between, don't entertain this noise, because you're just going to get wrecked. Stop entertaining the noise. Mark your levels out. See the reaction of the candle. Bring your volume profiles up. Have a little look at them and see where we could be heading. Also, I forgot to say that you can also mark out your 4 hourly levels like I've done here, you know, in coins that have not really got much data, but you can mark these levels out. So this is one that I was talking in the chat to one of the guys that were in the chat, and obviously they were saying, "Oh, Puffer's gone up this amount, blah blah blah." I've said I won't be looking to short Puffer until we get to this level here, this exact level. I think Puffer, when I said it, were around 6.6, 6.7, something like that. So while we're looking at this level, and I could see, I marked this chart out within 5 minutes. So we're looking at Puffer, and you can clearly see, you know, this volume profile here. We're trading outside the value area high at the minute. We are going to get some sort of pullback with it. So we're having a little look, and you can literally see how I had that level marked out within 5 minutes. I said in chat, I won't be looking to short Puffer yet. I may short Puffer at 7288, and it was in the chat. You know, if people, you know, want to believe me or don't want to believe me, but I've got it here somewhere. Pictures, screenshots. We've got all these screenshots here. If we have a little look at this screenshot here, look. This were at 3:15. I said there's no level of interest for me. We were on about sushi here because nobody took my sushi call, because that's printing as well at the minute. I said here, Puffer, wait to see how it is at 0.722288 for a short, and I looked along at this area. You know, I am trading this stuff. I missed this. I did miss it because I were talking to somebody, and I ended up missing this trade. But I'm not worried about it, because, you know, there could be a nice little long opportunity if Puffer can hold this area. You know, and you could get another little opportunity to long it. You know, looking for that liquidity up there. Or, you know, we come below here, we retest, and then we come back down to the lower level. So there's a few opportunities there. And then there's just two others that I just want to quickly show you. Render, I think I showed you. Render. So I had this in render. Obviously I had my weekly levels are there. My daily levels are there. See it pushing away from that daily level. Took my long. I'm going to be watching it here at this area. Pretty easy. Just using daily levels, weekly levels. Pretty easy. You know, I could even put another daily level there, because it's interacted with that level so many times before. You know, let me just unlock them daily levels. Oh, this is the 4 hour. I won't mark that out yet, because this is on the 4 hour, but, you know, if I were, I'd gone to the 4 hour and I'd mark that out as a 4 hour level where I've longed it from, you know, and you're printing. Lock them again. Sushi, I just want to show you a quick one on sushi. What we're looking at in sushi. At a weekly level. Got monthly levels. Weekly levels are the mainly. I haven't marked out the daily levels yet on sushi, but I will. You know, sushi's probably going to come back down into here. Hopefully get above that point of control and then fire off. So yeah, it's that easy. Trading's easy, complicated by humans. So yeah, that's it from me anyways, guys. I will try and get another video out probably over the weekend again. Don't forget, I've got links, CWP, James's Baccarat indicators. This is one of the Baccarat indicators right here. We've got Slim's bot, absolutely printing. Have a little look at that as well. Don't forget, buy me a coffee. That link's in the description as well if you want to buy me a coffee. And yeah, that's it, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Happy trading.